It's been a crazy whirlwind of dope announcements with this year's E3. We covered the first half of press conferences on last week's episode. Today, we're talking all about Nintendo, Square Enix, Ubisoft, the PC Gaming Show, and the Kinda Funny Games Showcase. And that's what we want to talk about in the second half of our E3 coverage this week on the Free Play Podcast.
You are listening to the Free Play Podcast with Bubba Stallcup, Matt Warmbier, and Kate Katawaki, part of the Love Thy Nerd podcast network.
What's up, nerds? My name is Kate Katawaki, and I am Chief Social Media Nerd.
I'm they, them.
Kate Katawaki. And with me is Chief Outreach Nerd, Matt Warmbier.
What up? They is here.
It's fine.
We
you know
did
who's
it.
not here? You know who's not here?
Bubs.
Bubba is
Yep.
not here.
He's on the beach. Hopefully not doing work because he joined our meeting earlier today, our staff meeting, and I said, Bubba, don't do any work. And he said, well, they just told me to do this. I said, don't do any work.
Yeah, he had his computer open. I was really surprised that it was him. I thought it was Drew because Drew was coming back into the meeting,
Right.
and instead it was Bubba, and
Well,
we were like...
he needs some time off.
I know, he should
just
have...
needs to not open that computer.
He should have left it at home.
He should have left it at home. But maybe they wanted to watch a movie on it.
No. He has a nice iPad. He has a nice
true. He doesn't.
iPad.
Get out of here. Get on vacation. If you're listening to this, Bubba, you're fired.
You're fired.
Or something.
He might listen to it. If he's going to work, he'll listen to it.
That's true. He probably will listen to it. But hey, you know what? You get us. So everyone else can just deal with it.
Deal with it.
Or enjoy it. No, enjoy it. Yeah.
I like that better. I like that way
Everyone's
better.
gonna enjoy it.
Enjoy it. You're welcome.
Yep.
Should we just hop into this thing and just start it? Because we have so much to talk about.
No, you just had an anniversary, right?
Oh.
You and
Yeah, I
Steven.
did.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. It's
How many years?
been five glorious years.
What's been the worst part? What's been the best part?
Well, the worst part is...
How have you grown since you've been...
The worst part is that sometimes Steven tells me to do something and I literally don't do it and can't understand what he's saying. And he's like, I said move it to the right and I move it left for some reason.
Well, is he speaking a language you're trying to learn?
Not Spanish. He's speaking in English. He's speaking in technical terms.
Like right or left.
Like right or left. Trying to put a curtain thing up.
Yeah, move it right.
I don't know.
What?
I'm not handy.
Just tell me that way or this way.
Yeah, but you see, when he said right, he actually meant like down. Up and down was actually left and
Does
right.
California have different terms for movement? Or I've only been there a few times, so
I don't think so, but I think I just don't understand basic terms. And if it's anything to do with handiness, doing things, mechanical, I just struggle.
I'll just say I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
You're persevering. Well, what's been the best part?
Persevered. The best part is that being married to Steven has shown me the world.
Well, because he travels.
Because we go on road trips and see cool stuff, and I would never ever do that.
Well, you say that, but you were traveling with your band.
That's different. That's not a road trip where you look at the cool stuff. You just go to some place and you're there for like 12 hours and you play a show and then you leave and you don't get to see anything.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I get that.
And Steven knows how to drive off-road all cool and knows how to fix a car if it breaks or whatever. I wouldn't.
Moab, right?
Yeah, we go to Moab. You won't catch me there with my Prius trying to off-road.
Oh, I thought Moab was a brand.
Moab's a place.
Okay. It's also a brand, right?
I don't know. Is it?
That's Steven. I don't know.
What was your example in your head when you said that?
Like Moab, it's like this. You put it on stuff, and it's like a brand, like Nike, but it's like for off-road stuff. It stands for
maybe it is
move outdoors and believe it. The eye's silent. I don't know.
Move outdoors and believe it. I like it. I'm going to turn it into...
Yeah, write that down. It's a slogan.
I'm going to turn it into a real brand.
Well, we're going to be rich. That's it for the podcast.
That's it. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Rich Matt and Rich Kate signing off.
Yeah.
Well, Kate, did you get a
I have
chance
a question.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I have another question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Erin is not there.
No, she's not. She's at a bachelorette.
You're by yourself.
Weekday. I mean, I'm technically never by myself because I have 5 wild children in the house, and I told them to not come and see me unless it's an emergency. One's sleeping, Penny, hopefully.
Thank goodness.
The other 3 are listening to the last book of the Reckoner series in the bedroom. And I said at 9 o'clock, turn the lights out because I will not be able to turn them off for you. So this is like a test and responsibility here, you know?
I can't wait. Who's going to pass and who's going to fail?
We'll find out because they may end up coming in here. We'll see.
We'll do a shout out for each one as they come in.
No, they will shout out and yell. They will do their own shout outs.
I don't know why I'm like choking right now.
No, it's too much saliva. It happens.
I think so. Anyways, I think that you should say what you've been playing first.
I get to go first this week for a change?
I think so.
Okay. Well, I'll do it. This past week, I was in Columbus, Indiana. Glorious, lovely, sunny Columbus, Indiana, where everyone wants to go.
Columbus, Indiana.
Moab.
Isn't it Columbus? Is it Columbus in Ohio?
Oh, shoot, yeah. There is a Columbus, Indiana. That's like an hour north of here. Columbus, Ohio. Glorious, glorious Columbus, Ohio. It's hard because there's also a Nashville, Indiana. Like,
jeez, somebody couldn't get creative with the naming.
They're like, what's a good name for a city? Hey, I went to the city called Columbus before. That's the one. Columbus, Ohio. Glorious, lovely Columbus, Ohio. And I was at Origins Game Fair there. And it was my first year going. And I met Chris and Drew, who were both founders with Love Thy Nerd, our chief director, bro, outreach. No, that's me. Chief nerd. Director nerd, and our other nerds.
Chief content nerd.
That's the one.
And chief executive nerd.
See, you guys are just really great at these titles. I'm just this guy here. So we met there and we played a ton of games and met with and got to hang out with old friends. Like I said, it was our first time there. And for those of you who have been to Gen Con, which maybe some of you, Origins is not nearly as busy as Gen Con. And I won't say that there's not as much stuff. Like, there probably is more stuff at Gen Con, but it doesn't seem like it. Like, there's just still a whole lot to see, games to demo, people to talk to, areas to play games in. But there's just not as many people. So, like, if I wanted to, like, swing my arms in the aisles, I could do it. If I want to play a game, like, I legit have one person waiting in front of me, maybe, like, that's playing the game, and I just kind of, like, wait and step up. Kate, I actually think, like, if you like tabletop games more, you would like this convention, because not that there aren't a lot of people there, it's just that there's just a lot more space with people. Like, where Gen Con has, like,
really like that a lot.
Gen Con might have, 60 to 80,000, whatever they don't really tell you how much there are, but, like, Origins might have 17 to 20,000. Still with a bunch of games, a bunch of, areas to play. They even have a video game area. I saw people playing Rock Band. People still play that?
I don't know. Probably some places they do.
Yeah, probably. So I got to play a bunch of new games. Some that aren't out yet, some that are. I'm just going to rattle off a few. The Grim Masquerade by Skybound. I got to play Fleet the Dice game. I got to play Parks. Keymaster Games before it's even out. Like, I get to play the final copy of it.
That game looks really fun to me.
It's so pretty. It's so awesome. It's just like this peaceful. I mean, like, I bet Steve would like it. You guys, just hiking in the wilderness, taking in the sights. Moab,
that's it. Moab. Was there a Moab card?
Probably. Root Viticulture, a game that's not out yet. The Few and the Cursed. It's based on a comic book that. It's set in like the 1830s, 1800s, early 1800s, and it's kind of like this phenomenon happens where most of the world's water evaporates and it's gone.
Oh.
And so the Pacific Ocean is like a desert, and this game is based in the San Andreas Fault. That's where one of the cities is. and there's water in the San Andreas Faults. And also during the same time, because all the water disappeared, people started kind of making some not great life choices and tapping into the dark arts, dark magic, and you're cursed. So you're kind of like this bounty hunter going out into the deserts, bringing these people in for justice. Water is your currency. Like, we had this demo set up, and I had no idea what to expect. But when we started playing, I was like, man, this is like, you're immersed. You feel like it's really, like, it made me want to read the comics, made me want to play more of this game. Super fun game. It's on Kickstarter right now, so you should check it out. Dawn Shade, which is not out yet. Super awesome game. Again, another world. You're using like these poker chips that are stacked up for your health. A bunch of like, I don't know. You play a lot of these like kind of campaign type games where you're working together to take down this greater evil. This game does this crazy thing where like it throws dexterity type games in the middle of all that. Like, all right, we're playing this game. We're at the inn. All right, who's in? Everyone place their bets, and then you have to the closest who you flip like your poker chip, and the closest one to this card gets the card, or whatever you flip the token in on the circles on the board, you get whatever that item is. So like all the, like,
that's different.
Yeah, it's like he's like his name's Ty, and he's like, I just wanted something to kind of like break up like the battles and like the exploring, and it was awesome. It did really well. So a bunch more games. I think I ended up playing almost 20 in total for the weekend. But I do want to tell a little story about what I learned from Origins. And if you haven't been before, you can mark this down, write this down, make it known if you ever go. So most conventions, you go and they have like a free play tabletop area where you can just go after hours or during hours, whatever, and sit down and play a game. And oftentimes they have a library that's like kind of pre-selected. You pay maybe $5 to $10 and you can check out whatever game they have. You know, exchange some information so we don't steal it, etc., whatever. So Chris and I get there on Wednesday and we go to what we think is the free play area. It's called the boardroom. We're like, oh, that's clever. And we start to walk in and these people stop us like, hey, do you have the ribbon? And we're like, the ribbon? What do you mean? Oh, you have to have a ribbon to get in here. You have to go and purchase a boardroom ribbon. And we're like, oh, how much are they? He's like, $20. I was like, oh, wow. Okay, well, I guess if this is the only area that people play games in, we hadn't been there very long, let's go buy those badges, or go buy those ribbons. So we went at probably the worst time to go. We ended up staying in line for probably an hour and a half.
Oh my gosh, you're dedicated to this boardroom.
And like there are several times where like, should we just like leave the line and go see if there's other places to play? And we kind of like talked ourselves back into staying in line. So eventually we get to the front. It's this big ordeal. Like, this is probably the worst part of all of Origins. Like, there just weren't enough people working. And it seems like the convention hired people just to come in and do this thing, so they had no idea what was going on. Eventually we got this boardroom white ribbon, put it on our badges, and now we're free to go to the boardroom, check out their games, play in that area. So we went and did that. Cool, no problem. Played some games with people. Had a lot of fun. The next day, we played some more games. We had gotten Drew's. And then we went and we were walking around demoing games in the exhibit hall. And I got up after we demoed, I think it was Dawn Shade. And I like looked down at my badge because I'd already thought this. Like, I hope I don't lose this ribbon. And I looked down and it wasn't there. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I spent $20 on this ribbon to play games in this area. I was angry. We went back to the Dawn Shade booth and looked in there like just to see if maybe it had fallen on the ground. It wasn't there. Like, my thought was like, there is no way I'm ever going to find this, even if I retrace all my steps, because someone's going to pick it up. They're going to put it on their own badge. Free $20
ribbon.
They're
steal it. They're going to freaking steal it.
They're going to acquire it because it was lost. So like, I went back to customer service and I said, hey, I registered for this ribbon. You can check it out in your systems. You can see that Matt Warmbier has registered and paid for this ribbon, but I lost it. Can I have another one, please? And they're like, oh, well, if we give you a ribbon, these are physical items. If we give you this ribbon, like, we might run out and people who want to purchase them might not get one. I was like, I get that totally, but I already purchased mine. I'm just hoping for a replacement. Or, you know what? If you don't want to give me a ribbon, write me a note. How about you just write me a note saying...
Like a teacher's hall pass?
This guy bought a ribbon. He lost it. Let him on in. And they're like, nope, can't do it. And I was like, well, can somebody else do it? Who can I talk to that can do it? Because I paid for this. and I want to be able to do this. Like, I spent physical money to get this physical ribbon. And they're like, you can go upstairs and talk to, whoever. And I was like, okay. So I walk away and I'm like, it's worthless. It's pointless. I'm not going to do it. So we go to our next demo we had set up. And I'm like, I've given up at this point, and I'm just thinking whatever.
So you were devastated.
I was devastated. Thought I was out $20. And so we're thinking we'll have to find somewhere else to play games. It's, whatever. I'm just going to get over it and just not dwell on it. Sat down, went to put my phone under my leg so it's not distracting me. When I do that, I'm like, oh, what's this on my inner thigh? And I rip it off. It's this ribbon. It's this boardroom ribbon just on my inner thigh. I have no idea how long it had been there. I didn't see it. No one saw it.
That's what was my question. Was it in a place that could have been in plain sight?
Probably if you're staring at my legs, you may have been able to see part of it. But I was like, no way, no way. So I was overjoyed to find it, and I put it in a safe spot after that so I wouldn't lose it. But always check your inner thigh, folks, because your ribbon, it might be there.
What if those guys totally saw it?
I'm sure people saw. I'm sure people
what if they? And the whole time they're like, "You're not getting another one."
No, he probably didn't see it because I was up at the counter. That would have been you have to just look for it. I'd look, everywhere.
Look down.
Huh? If you do decide to go to Origins, I recommend not getting the boardroom ribbon because it is unnecessary. There are other free play areas to play games in, which we later found out. Don't waste your money. And that's what I got. I played 0
My eyes are seriously watering right now.
That's fine. Shake it out. You got it. You got this.
I'm sorry. It's just so funny. Your
loss
was so funny.
I got it back. And I think we ended up using it one more time, maybe. It wasn't worth it. So yeah. What have you been playing, Kate?
Oh, before we get to me, I just have one quick question.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
What is your pick for game of the show? Best game of the show.
Game of the show. It might actually be The Few and the Cursed, which I mentioned before. I just was totally blown away. I wasn't expecting it at all. Man, I think that's probably it. I also picked up Fleet the Dice game, which is a dice rolling, roll and write type game, which is super fun. You're a fisher. You're a fisherman. You're buying boats and catching fish and trying to get most points that way. Super easy.
Nice.
It's easy, but fun at the same time. So those are probably my top two.
All right. I think we should do a new segment every show called Matt Warmbeer's Game of the Show.
Ribbon Pants.
Yeah. Ribbon. The White Ribbon Award. Somebody needs to make a drawing of that.
I guess we'll recreate it.
Okay.
Right,
I'm ready to stop.
You got this.
I'm ready to stop. Okay. I've been playing Spider-Man, which I got on sale for $20.
Why?
I think I mentioned last week. I got it. Got in on that $20 sale.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how many hours I've put in so far because I forgot to check before this.
It's hard to keep track on the PS4.
I know. They don't tell you. Some games just don't tell you in an easy way. It's what?
Yeah, that's why I appreciate the Switch where you can go in and check out your hours on any of your games you've played.
Yeah, it is nice and handy that way.
So at least 10, right?
At least 10. Percentage, 30. I'm 50 something.
Okay, you're probably a good 20.
But I don't know how much of that is actual story or me doing all this random side
That's
collecting.
The beauty of that game. You're side collecting, but you're still enjoying it. It's just...
Yeah.
It's fun. It's easy.
It's so good. Fun to just swing through the city.
Yeah, they did so well in the game.
They did really... yeah. Although sometimes I misjudge the swing and I just smack a building or a sign. And Steven's how did you not see it? How did you not see that there? And I'm I don't know what happened. The controller did it. I try to blame it on the controller, but...
Well, after 5 years, he knows better.
He knows it's me and that I have no skill.
Yeah, because your AccuView contact supply has dwindled. Sometimes you play without him.
No, I have to. Otherwise, I couldn't see anything. blind to a new level. But I kind of went in with no expectations because it was $20 and you said it was super fun and you had a good time and you platinumed the game.
Yeah.
I was a little bamboozled by the amount of buttons that you need in combat.
You don't need necessarily.
But it makes it look so much cooler if you use them the right way. So I looked dumb for the first half of me playing this game because
I think most of us did.
I'm just now starting to kind of pull it together.
Proud of you.
But
you're about halfway, right?
It is so cool. Probably. I'm probably halfway. The combat makes you feel like you're in a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really well done. And I know it's similar to the Batman games, Arkham games, and the Mordor games, but I think it's just different because you're Spider-Man and you're flipping and flopping around and it's just so well done.
Yeah. And just the little gadget things are cool. I'm trying to use those more because I've ignored them because I forgot about them.
Yeah, same.
And yeah, it's just fun.
If you want
I don't even have the urge.
Trophy,
yeah.
make sure you use the gadget that is the zip line and sucks him to it.
A
few times. Few times.
100 times?
Not 100. It's
less than 100.
10.
Okay.
10 or 20.
Well, then I'll be doing that this upcoming week.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I just now, as in today and yesterday, I've been using fast travel points. Before that, it's not even a chore to just swing the entire way.
Did you get the hidden trophy for that?
I don't know. I can't remember.
There's one if you fast travel, a certain amount of times.
I probably have.
Okay.
I need to look up the ones and send them to you because I can't remember anything.
Okay. Hey, you'll get there.
It's so fun. Definitely worth the $20.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's worth more than $20.
Yeah, it is worth more than $20.
I can't believe it's so cheap, honestly.
I know.
That's a good game.
Why is it? Is the story shorter than some other games?
I don't know. God of War is the same thing. They put that down between $17 and $20 as well. Maybe it's because they're PlayStation exclusives and they got their money out of them.
Maybe.
Or they've been out for long enough where people they're everyone who wanted it got it. Now let's give the people who are waiting for it to go on sale.
Yeah, and here they all are.
All kids.
So if you see Spider-Man for $20, you should get it.
Absolutely. Hey, you want to talk about E3?
Yes, I do. But before we do that,
what do you want to talk about?
You guys should all review our podcast on iTunes. Leave a nice review. If we like it, we'll read it on here.
Yeah, we're at 42 right now, last I checked.
The goal is 50, and we will give something away.
We'll give away a Spider-Man.
Allegedly.
Well, I didn't say a Spider-Man game. I just said a Spider-Man. A
Spider-Man and Bubba's left-hand drawing of whatever it was.
Yep.
Of Sonic.
Yep.
So here's the newest review that we received.
Okay.
It's 5 stars, of course.
Well, it better be.
It says, best podcast I've ever heard.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. I've listened to a lot of podcasts in my day, but this one is next level top notch. 3 great hosts. Kate is my favorite. Talking about games, having fun, and giving all listeners loads of laughs and good vibes. The Free Play podcast easily gets 10 out of 10. And
Who's that from?
Written by a user called Kate Dangerous.
Oh, yeah, I think I've heard of that one before. Thanks, Kate, wherever you are.
You're welcome.
So sweet. So sweet.
So if you leave a review, you'll be just like Kate. Super lucky to get that review read aloud, whomever that Kate is.
She sounds dangerous.
Very, very dangerous. Just keep an eye out and be careful. All right, let's talk about E3 because there's so much to get through here. If we don't talk about your specific favorite thing, sorry. We looked at the best of and then narrowed it down to some things that we could talk about. So
that and we don't all have the same passion as some of you.
That's true.
And so we're going to talk about the things that we are excited about, and maybe we'll mention the things you're excited about. And if you're excited about something that we're not excited about, just tell us, and maybe we should be. Tell us why we should be.
Maybe we should be.
Yeah, let's do it. You want to talk about Nintendo?
Yes, we're going to kick it off with Nintendo, and I think you should discuss this exciting first thing.
Yeah, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Coming out September 20th. This game is... Did you play the original? You probably didn't.
I did not.
I
did not.
Probably played half of it long, long ago. And I remember enjoying it. I remember it was challenging. And I'm just super excited that Nintendo's taking these older games that maybe not everyone got a chance to play and then, remastering them and bringing them back out. It looks good. It's
so
cute.
cool. The art style,
cool,
definitely cute. What? Cool or
cool.
cute?
Both and.
Both and.
Yeah, I think that it's honestly what, I don't know. I wasn't expecting to see a Breath of the Wild sequel. I was expecting to see more of this. And I was okay with that. I was good with that because, it just made sense to have this game. It's not an open world. People kind of clamored for, a little bit more dungeons in Breath of the Wild. So it kind of made sense to bring back a game that not everyone had played. I was, honestly, if they were going to do a remaster, I was expecting, Skyward Sword because I think that one needs remastered for sure. But Link's Awakening, it looks good. They've added a few features. You can create your own dungeon. You can take pieces from different dungeons and put them together. And if you beat the dungeon, you get certain items, is what it looked like. Did you see this?
Yeah. Yeah. Some kind of, yeah.
Yeah, you go talk to
Dungeon
Dampy. I don't know how much I'm going to be doing that.
Something.
More than just playing the game and enjoying it. I hear there's going to be a new Zelda game every year.
That's crazy.
Or at least either a re-release or remastered or a new one.
That's crazy, but also makes a lot of sense.
It sells.
Because it sells because they're good.
They are good. And I feel like most people can enjoy them unless you're, a pompous, not nice guy. I don't know.
Well, there you have it. I want to see Wind Waker.
Because you didn't get a Wii U.
I did not get a Wii U. So maybe that's probably down at the bottom of the list then.
It probably is at this point, yeah. If you can get a Wii U now for 100, maybe 120.
That's fine.
I think it's almost just worth it for the few games that are on there that are like the Zelda games, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker. You can probably, even some of the ones that are re-released on the Switch, you can play on the Wii U. You can probably get it for cheaper. So I'm really looking forward to Link's Awakening, and just kind of wondering what's next besides this Breath of the Wild sequel.
Yeah,
that kind of came out of nowhere. I called Erin and told her what was happening, and I was out of town, and I was like, "Yeah, have the kids watch it, let them know." And she was trying to tell them. She's like, "Hey, Daddy just called me and told me about the new Zelda," and they're like, "Yeah, I know. Yeah, Link's Awakening is coming out sometime soon." No, you're not listening. There's a new... Yeah, I know. Link's Awakening is coming out. It's pretty soon. She's like, no, listen. There's a trailer for the new Breath of the Wild sequel. And they jumped and screamed. And they're on their way home from the library. And we can just walk the library. They just ran home. Ran home as fast as they could just to watch this. And they were there was so much clamor and excitement. And they kept calling me and sending me messages about all their theories on this trailer and who could it be and what's going on. So super excited. I'm super excited.
Yeah, that was definitely not expected. No. At least I don't think it was. But
not holding my breath that it's going to be out in anytime soon. Maybe I guess the earliest would be 2 years, but they could surprise me. Yeah,
probably. I was surprised that Link's Awakening was coming out this year.
Well, 1 year. You need it, right?
Yeah.
Well, they don't have to rebuild the engine or the world or anything like that for Breath of the Wild, so it could be sooner.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed that you can pet a dog.
Yeah.
If you want that. You want to talk about the next one here?
Yes. The Witcher 3, greatest game of all time, coming to the Switch. I was surprised by that news.
Yeah, me too.
But I will accept it.
The graphics looked pretty good.
They did. I was really surprised.
Yeah, there's a difference between, the PS4, Xbox, and the Switch, for sure. But overall, I thought that they didn't dumb it down a whole lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So take that for what you will.
Yeah.
This one, okay, the new Animal Crossing, which they gave it a release date, March 20th, 2020. I'm fine with that. Animal Crossing New Horizon takes place on a deserted island.
And you get to be your own person. You're not their chosen...
Yeah, you can be your own person, and it looks like a lot of collecting like the other ones. Some crafting, creating furniture, Tom Nook is there, and it looks like you'll be able to play with friends. Did you see there was all this drama on the online about how Tom Nook is a crook and all this?
He is a crook.
And then Nintendo or somebody came out and said, no, he's not. He puts his bells back into the community.
No way. He is overcharging everyone for their stuff.
That's
There's
what everyone was saying.
No.
They're like, no, he's not. What has he done for the community?
He
What
builds that
Tom
statue of you.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Nobody asked for that.
No, I didn't want that. No, he's absolutely a crook. He overcharged everything. He kind of like makes you, like, if you tell him no, like, where are you going to stay? Right?
Exactly. You're forced into it. Isn't that what makes you a crook?
Yeah, he's a crook. Slumlord. But I think we'd be remiss to say, or at least have a moment of silence for Rossetti.
Yep.
We've just found out that he will not be, he has lost his current job for the upcoming game because of the autosave feature. So I'm just going to ask for a moment of silence here for Rossetti.
Well, you know, my theory, I told you.
Let's hear it.
Is that I think something went down between him and Tom Nook, and Tom Nook killed him.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Tom Nook was just muscling out the threats in the neighborhood, or the island in this case. And that's why. Or
maybe Rossetti couldn't get, if it's an island, if you dig too far down, then you get in the water. Maybe he couldn't live in this environment.
Tom Nook tricked him and you made him drown himself.
I think that's exactly what happened.
Oof. Well, rip Rossetti. I'm sure we'll see you somewhere. Luigi's Mansion 3. I was not excited about this. And then I watched some gameplay. And then I was more excited about it.
Then I'll have to do it because I wasn't excited about it and I didn't watch the gameplay.
You should. The kids were watching it yesterday. And then I was like, this actually looks pretty good. It looks like it's like a cool puzzle type game with ghosts. Spooky ghosts. Yep. So I'm going to check that out. Maybe. The kids are saving their money for Super Mario Maker 2, so I guess we'll probably have to wait a little while for Luigi's Mansion 3. We also got to see some new Smash Bros. Characters, which people like Smash Bros.
When are they going to stop adding people?
They're not, ever. Well, we got a hero from Dragon Quest, which I don't know anything about.
Just a hero?
Hero from Dragon Quest. And people never thought this was going to happen, but it's here. It's actually happening. Banjo and Kazooie. Because doesn't Rare? No, somebody else.
What?
Somebody owns the rights to Banjo and Kazooie. Is it Microsoft? Yeah, we'll wait a second here. They're owned by somebody.
Developed by Rare.
Yeah, I was right.
Do they still? Oh, Microsoft has the rights to the character.
Right, there you go. So it's kind of a big deal. Maybe this whole like trying to make the big three here more friendly to each other. You can play some cross-platform games.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. That's cool. And I don't play Smash Bros, but people do. So we'll see how these characters go. But good on you, Microsoft, for...
Good on you.
Good on you for letting these two come on over to smash each other. Or whatever. So let us know if you like these dudes. Because some people do.
Some people do.
Moving on. Square Enix.
Yep.
They announced a few different games. A couple with which I'm not, blown away by, super excited, because I'm not a Final Fantasy bro.
Yeah, me either. But I know people were stoked on.
They are, and I think it's cool that they're doing it. A remake of 7 and 8, remastered? No, wait. A remake of 7 and a remastered 8, is that right?
Yes.
Or are they both remastered?
I don't know what the difference is between a remake and a remaster.
I guess when I think remake, I'm thinking like a retelling of, and remastered is like the exact game, but just like done better.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's just what the article I read said.
Okay, I'll allow it.
So if you're a Final Fantasy fan, maybe you could tell us what it means.
Yeah, let us know. And then Final Fantasy 14 gets a big expansion for Shadowbringer.
Sounds ominous.
It does. There was kind of a clamor about this other one, the Marvel Avengers game coming out. It's going to take iconic moments from the film franchise and translate them into video game form.
I like it.
Yeah, Square Enix says the title will have a wholly original story. But people were kind of saying they didn't like how the characters looked. They were calling them like the stunt double characters. Like they didn't look right. People were like, some people were angry, like they don't have to look this way, and others were like, they don't look right. which
Because they wanted them to be the exact ones from the movies, right? They wanted to be Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans.
Other Chris?
The other Chris. Do you know how expensive it would be to have them in there, just using their likeness? Right.
How much do you think I should charge for my likeness in a game?
Probably like $10 or $20, the cost of a white ribbon.
Okay. Oh, yeah, probably 20 then. Okay. Well, if you want my likeness in a video game, just send me $20. Cash on delivery.
I don't know if that's the actual reason why the characters were changed, is because of money to have them. It's probably just they want their own thing. Probably. It's like Spider-Man, and Spider-Man isn't Tom Holland. That's his name, right?
But no one complained about it, though. They kind of just let it go.
No. So why are they complaining about this one?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Well, moving on.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ubisoft.
You like Ubisoft?
I love Ubisoft, but I'm not going to lie when I say that I was a little bit let down because I thought there would be some mention of the next Assassin's Creed, and there was none, not even a hint of it, not even the tiniest little hint.
You just want to run through these. There's quite a bit here.
I know. The big announcement they had was Watch Dogs Legion, which takes place in a post-Brexit London kind of world, and the whole teaser trailer showed gameplay of this character riding a drone and using all these cameras to look inside the building. And the whole Legion thing is the game will introduce this new feature that allows the player to recruit and then play as literally any NPC in the entire game.
Really?
I don't understand how that's possible, but yeah. I watched a trailer and a gameplay thing because I didn't understand what they were saying. And yeah, you just pick a person and then you get to play as them. And they have, their own unique or lame feature about them.
They're hacking their brain.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know if it's hacking their brain, but
it is.
The last Watch Dogs I played, Watch Dogs 2, was super fun. So this is kind of intriguing to me, so maybe I'll get it. They did announce a new franchise called Roller Champions, which is a roller derby inspired game.
Okay.
And you can, allows players to compete in a Rocket League like roller arena, and it's a free to play. So that's great, but where's Assassin's Creed?
I don't know. Maybe it's in the game.
Maybe. I think this came from the team that did Assassin's Creed, is a new storybook adventure called Gods and Monsters, where you play as a young Greek god trying to save Mount Olympus from monsters.
Okay.
Again, should have spent that energy on Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
Then there's 2 episodes of DLC for Division 2. So if you're still playing the Division, you got some more fresh content.
Congrats.
Yeah, congrats to you. Another Rainbow Six announced, Rainbow Six Quarantine. Don't really know that much about it, other than you can play cooperatively and combat a technological parasite. I don't know what that means.
Dangerous.
Yeah. So that's coming 2020. And then the last thing they announced was a subscription program for PC called Uplay Plus. Gives subscribers access to new Ubisoft games at launch and premium DLC and premium editions at $15 a month. Okay. My question is, I don't get it.
Where is Assassin's Creed? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that also.
Then we're going to move on to the PC gaming show, which I don't know too much about. I know even less about this than I do the Ubisoft. So, Telling Lies, it's a follow-up to Her Story.
Oh, that game was so good. I played Her Story. It's so cool. It's like you have to solve the crime and figure out what's really going on only looking at police interview videos that are all like out of order, and it's like you're looking in a computer trying to figure out what's going on, and that's the only evidence you have, and it is wild. It's super cool. Even I enjoyed it.
All right. Well, then maybe that's one I need to check out. It's only PC.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, that's coming out.
This one, I don't know when it's coming out. It didn't say.
Okay. Well, be on the lookout for that. Also, Evil Genius 2. It's a sequel to Evil Genius 1. Crazy, right? No actual game footage, but game trailers showed a bunch of spy hijinks and traps.
Yeah, it said it was highly anticipated, but I don't know.
Somebody's anticipating it.
Somebody's
highly anticipated by someone. Well, the next one.
Last Oasis. An alt medieval combat game with desert fortresses.
Okay.
I don't know. The picture looked pretty cool, but I don't really know. Like, some of these press conferences had so much stuff going on that they just lightly touched on a ton of stuff and didn't deep dive into everything. Yeah. There's a crowdfunded game, Shenmue 3.
Okay.
coming to Windows and PlayStation November 19. I thought that was interesting. Crowdfunded game.
Like Kickstarter.
I
Maybe.
guess. Probably.
So there's also a game coming out called Maneater. The tagline is Eat, Explore, Evolve. A game where you basically play as Jaws. The devs are saying it's like Grand Theft Auto, but with sharks. And evolutionary progressive system. So
I don't really... So that makes me think that you play as a shark and you eat a bunch of other stuff to get higher.
Steal some cars, yep.
Steal some cars. That just was really funny. Yeah. I wonder if there's a trailer. I want to see it if there's a trailer.
Yeah, we can look for that.
All right. Yeah. Last one. The Kind of Funny Games Showcase. So they debuted trailers for almost 70 games in a little over an hour. So there's no way we're going to talk about everything because that's
too many.
That's way too many. Like, I don't know. Did anybody... How can you remember what you saw at the very beginning by the end?
Gotta write it down.
I guess. Well... There was some cool looking stuff that I saw, including one that I wanted to tell you about the other day.
Yeah.
So I'll actually start with that one. It's called Slay the Spire. And I saw somebody post about it on Twitter, and it's for Switch, at the very least Switch. I can't remember if it's for anything else. But it's like a deck builder where you use the cards in your deck to defeat enemies to make it higher up the spire tower thing.
Okay. I'm in for that. I feel like a lot of like tabletop-esque games are coming to consoles.
Yeah. It had that kind of vibe to it. And I was just intrigued by it. I think it's $15.
Okay.
Maybe 20.
I like that. I like that price.
So, me too. So, I'm willing to try it.
So, when I sell my likeness, cool. I can buy one.
Exactly. It'll definitely cover the cost, and you'll have $5 left over.
Yeah. Thank you much.
I'll have to find the whatever it was that I saw, the trailer, or whoever posted the tweet about it with the gameplay footage and send it to you, because it's really intriguing. Just different kind of monsters that have different kind of
this
strengths,
might
weaknesses.
be, if you get this game and enjoy it, this might be your kind of like foot into tabletop games, like deck builder games.
It could be, and that's why I put in red on the document here to tell you about it, because...
I think the next time we hang out, we need to play a tabletop, or a deck builder game.
I'm down.
Okay.
I liked that Sagrada game, although I didn't understand
not really
30% of the time. No, it's not. It's a dice drafting game.
Yeah. Hey, good job with your words.
See, I know vocabulary. But I was just saying I liked that game when we played it. Even though
I think you would like Clank. You should play Clank.
Okay. You can show it to me.
If you go to PAX South, I'll bring it.
Okay.
Just, 6 months away.
Is it?
Or more. Ish. 6 or
7. I really want to go to PAX South this year. I was bummed I didn't get to go last year. Because the first time I was sick and I sounded like a disgusting swamp creature.
Well, yeah.
And I was wheezing, and then I left my wallet at the Whataburger.
Yeah, that was a little scary. So scary you ate someone else's burger.
No, I did not do that. Yeah. There's also a game called Moving Out, a physics-based puzzler about moving out of your apartment. The clip I saw looked really funny.
Probably too close to home for most people.
Yeah. It was entertaining enough to me to dive more into what it was once I read that little sentence. Like, what the heck?
Well, I'll look at that one as well.
Yeah. The Walking Dead, their final season's second episode, is going to be released January 17. Seems like a long way away after the...
It is a long way away, but they
the
kind
first
of
one
start from over.
I think so. I'm glad they're still doing it, though. With the
that's good. Do we know how many episodes are going to be in this season?
I don't know off the top of my head.
5 to 25. 2?
Final season.
While you look that up, another one is Away. It's a journey to the unexpected, super interesting art style first person.
It looked so cool. That's why I wrote that.
Yeah. Play using the abilities of those you recruit. It's a collab between France and Japan. Really?
Yeah.
Like countries.
The two countries, yeah. So there's a lot of like Japanese game influence on it, but then a lot of not that also.
French?
Yeah. Okay. It looks cool. Kind of like, how was the art style? It's kind of like sort of cartoon.
Okay.
I haven't really seen anything like it, so it's hard to describe what it looks like. And I think that's really cool that it's... But you should definitely look it up, whoever's listening to this, because...
Did you find out how many episodes there are? So no.
No.
A couple.
No, it just says the fourth season bundle. Access to all 4 episodes.
So just 4. So they're
4.
kind of spacing them out a little bit.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's fine. Yeah,
well,
so...
That's our E3 sort of coverage. I know we're a little late here. Once you hear this, it'll be a little bit more than a week over when it ended. If there's something that you're interested in or you were excited about, talk to us. Start the conversation. Tell us why we should be excited. Tell others why they should be excited. Send us a video. We just want this podcast to be a conversation starter.
Yes.
We don't see everything. We don't have time to see everything. We don't have time to play everything, sadly.
We couldn't watch 70 trailers in one press conferences.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, I'm excited about the games that are coming out. Probably I'm most excited about Nintendo. To me, I think they won the show. But maybe it's because I like Nintendo more than other stuff. And because PlayStation wasn't there. They just kind of like...
It's so lame.
I know. I think they'll end up coming back. Or they're going to have their own E3-sized press conference that they can just do themselves. Probably less money for them.
Yeah, probably. I want to know what they're doing. I want to see what the status is of The Last of Us 2. I want to know all their other... Yeah, but I want to... I understand it's in development. I want to see more...
I'm sure
we'll see more things about it. I want to see more things. I was really bummed they weren't there.
Yeah, I know. I mean, with the announcement of the next Xbox system, name fill in the blank, starts with an S.
Scarlett
Johansson.
Project Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson, Xbox X1, Xbox.
Yeah, 360. There it is.
Yeah, so we're kind of waiting to see what Nintendo wants to do, or does, or even thinks about doing. You would assume they would kind of give us more information here, but only time will tell. And until then, Nintendo wins in my book. Yours too.
I think so. I can't remember what we talked about last week, but I don't remember it being as exciting as this. Because I wanted the Animal Crossing announcement, and I was sure there would be an Assassin's Creed whispering of something, but whatever.
I honestly thought we'd see more about Metroid as well, but I guess not.
That also.
Maybe their next Nintendo Direct. Yeah. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Did you meet your Duolingo goal?
Of course I did.
Oh, I thought
I was number 1 in the best, highest league. I can't get any higher than that.
You're on the top of the world.
I can't believe it. I was totally competing with this dude, Paulo. Every time I get like 300 experience points or something, he'd do that and then like 200 more. You know how much time that takes? No, he wasn't. So we were like neck and neck tied. I have screenshots in like the 2,000 experience point range. And the next closest person had like 400.
Wow. You get trophies for this?
Just in my heart.
Okay, heart trophies, yeah.
So.
Well, congratulations. I'm proud of you. I wasn't sure you were going to do it, but you really pulled it out.
And I'm almost on day 50.
Oh, okay. So tell me when you get to day 50, then we'll really congratulate you.
Yeah, I have like 3 days left.
Okay, you'll probably get that.
So I'll let you know in 3 days if I've made it or not.
You had better.
We'll just go from there.
You had better. So that'll do it for episode 58 of the Free Play Podcast. We're doing it. 58 episodes.
This thing is still going.
Captain Insano right here. It's great. Be sure to check us out on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, and anywhere else podcasts are found except SoundCloud. Mm-hmm. And if you can't find us where you podcast, let us know, except SoundCloud.
Yeah, we'll let Bubba know.
Yeah, let Bubba know. Don't let me know. I don't want to know about it. I just want you to listen. Because if you're listening, you probably found it where you listen to podcasts. I'm just saying.
Probably. You're probably already there.
It's true. And if you're not a part of the Love Thy Nerd Facebook group, just do it now. Search for Love Thy Nerd Community on Facebook. You're going to, basically we have to find out if you're not a robot. So we'll say, yeah, we agree with you. There's one question that says, what's up, nerd? Give us your best answer.
Get your answer ready.
And we'll let you in. It's a really long, rigorous, vigorous process of one question. Just make it your life goal to get in there today. Because I'm there.
The community is fun.
And
you are there.
I post stuff. And Kate also posts stuff sometimes. And if you're not watching us on Fridays, Bubba and I do a streaming show, Beard Bros, where we review a show. Or no, we don't review a show. We review a game.
Close. There we go.
There it is. We review a game. And then on Saturday, my wife Erin and I play that game and give it away on co-optional. Beard Bros
Who doesn't love
5,
free games?
That's absolutely right. Beard Bros is 5 o'clock Eastern time on Friday. That's 5 p.m., not a.m. I'll be at Starbucks then if you want to come see me. And then Saturday, Aaron and I will do co-optional at 9 p.m. Eastern, kid-dependent. Come hang out with us. If you share the video and like Love Thy Nerd and whatever company we happen to be playing, you have a chance to win. It's that easy. We've given away a lot of games so far this year.
You really have.
We want to give you some games. I just got a lot of hotness from Origins that I want to share with you all. So come hang out with us. Tell me a joke. Just watch us. Whatever. Just be a part of the community. We love games, and we love hanging out with you. So, yeah. Kate, anything else?
I think that's it.
Great.
I hope Bubba's having a nice time.
I'm sure he is. I hope he is. Bubba, God rest your soul in paradise. And I guess that'll do it. So, just remember that Jesus loves nerds, and that's it. Peace.
No, you have to say you're Matt Warmbier.
Oh, that's right. And I'm Matt Warmbier.
I'm Kate Katawaki. And for our cut man, Jonathan Clausen, who's also on vacation, we'll catch you next week. And remember, okay, say your part now.
Oh, Jesus loves nerds. There it is. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
You have been listening to the Free Play Podcast with Bubba Stallcup, Matt Warmbier, and Kate Katawaki, part of the Love Thy Nerd Podcast Network. Be sure to rate and review the show and share on all the social media.
Well, wait, when I lean back, listen. It's genuine leather.